OCO everyone, it's Philip Croce with iamCREATUREscience at iamCREATUREscience.com. iamCREATUREscience is now partnered with Chef Khai, cuisine extraordinaire of KT Foodies, to be the expert and guide you in the kitchen with meal preparation throughout your respective health journeys. Never let the unknown or lack of competency hinder you from healing your best self and discovering the innate creature in you again.
Hi everybody, this is Chef Khai from KT Foodies. I am here with iamCREATUREscience, showing you guys how to make Portobello Mushroom Steak. Now, the first thing we're going to do is make our marinade. When you're making your marinade, you can be creative. What I'm using today is A1 sauce and balsamic vinegar. So the reason I'm only using 1/8 of A1 sauce, and I'm also using 1/8 of A1 sauce and 1/3 cup of balsamic vinegar is so it can have a nice balanced taste of saltiness as well. Because A1 and balsamic vinegar is salty, we don't want to overpower the sauce with the mushrooms, because once it's marinating, the mushrooms become salty as the sauce is. Remember, you are the chef, you are in control of the flavors, so you just want to watch out for your sodium intake. There's also other ways as well to marinate. You can use just straight balsamic vinegar. You can use soy sauce. You can use Worcestershire sauce. Anything that you feel would be a good flavor for your steaks, you can go ahead and use. So my first thing I'm going to do is I have 2 cups of water. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my bowl for my marinade. I'm going to go ahead and add my balsamic vinegar since it's at a light. Don't spill it. It's more looser than the A1 sauce. A1 sauce is kind of thick. And then our A1 sauce, we're gonna just go in. So, my next thing is I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up with my whisk. And don't be afraid to taste your sauce, because this is how your mushrooms are going to taste. So you want to make sure that you're not underdoing it or overdoing it. Okay? For this, I taste a little bit more balsamic vinegar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more A1 sauce, just so I can get some more of that flavor to it. Just do a little drip like that. That should be fine. You can also marinate your seasoning. You can add some salt to it, pepper, cumin, coriander, turmeric if you like. This is your marinade. So go ahead and be creative and do what your flavor palette is asking you to do. With that flavor, I taste a little bit of salt, but it's not overpowering. I taste my balsamic vinegar, and I taste my A1 sauce. So this is a perfect marinade for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put my mushroom into my sauce, and then our mushroom is going to be floating. It's going to float up. So you can either leave it like this and then flip it for like 10 minutes and then come back and flip it again. Or you can put something heavy that's not going to put it in a dent on your mushroom to let it sit and fully intake the whole liquid. So I'm going to go ahead and let this marinate for about 30 minutes. No more than 30 minutes. If you do more than 30 minutes, you want to make sure that it's not salty, because it's going to grasp all of your marinade. All right, so now that our mushroom has been marinated for about 30 minutes, we're going to go ahead and get ready for the next step, which is slicing our mushroom. Now, there's other ways you can cook your mushroom. You can put it in an oven and let it cook on 350 for about 25 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Or you can go ahead and saute it like we're doing today. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and dig it out of my marinade. Place it onto my cutting board. I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice flip. And I'm going to give it some slices. I'm doing like medium small slices, just so I can still have that meaty texture as well as a good piece of mushroom. As you can see, it's a pretty thick slice. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my heat. Medium high heat, of course. What I like to do, I like to dump my mushrooms back in my marinade just to get a nice little wash of the seasoned flavor, and then go ahead and put it into my hot plate. Today I'm going to be using butter, but you can use as well extra olive oil or grapeseed oil. So now that our skillet is hot, we're going to go ahead and put our vegan butter into our skillet. As you can tell, the pan is hot. I'm going to go ahead and move my butter around. And I'm using my butter instead of oil just to have an extra little flavor to it. Now that it's covered, I'm going to go ahead and add our portobello mushrooms. Now for my mushrooms, I have it all on one side, on one flat surface side. I'm going to go ahead and let that cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Once I flip it, I'm going to add a little bit more butter just to add some more flavor to it. When you're cooking this in the oven, you can as well just leave it as a whole and just let it face upside down while you cook it in the oven, just so it can get fully cooked and dry out all the moisture from it, but still remain a nice, meaty type of texture. As you can see, the mushrooms created a nice golden brown. That's from the heat, that's also from the marinade. Then I'm going to add some more butter. You don't need to add a whole bunch. This is a good little block enough. Kind of just move it through the mushrooms. There we go. One more minute and then it should be ready to go. Alright. So, each side has the same color consistency. It took about 6 to 7 minutes cooking this. I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat off and plate. And that is how you make portobello mushroom steak.